Hi, I'm Graham Best. I've been a teacher in the Vancouver school system for 30 years and I've seen pretty much everything. But I do believe it doesn't matter what your background, what your experience has been, if you do the right things, and sometimes it's very simple things, that almost any student can get top marks. First things first. I would like you to think of your classroom time and your study time as your job. It is an investment in your future. The better you do at school, the better you will have in your job, the more income you will have. Think of it as your job. When it comes time to study, all distractions are removed. The TV is off, all music is put away. You can tell yourself, I'm only going to study for 5 minutes. I'm going to give it my best for 5 minutes. Do it. The moment you start, what happens is, once you're on a roll, you'll keep going. It always works that way. The other thing you can do is always make a list. Before you study, sit down and say, I will learn my 10 words of vocabulary, I'll read these pages, I will, and you make a list. And now you start following through the list. Let me just reiterate one more time. First things first. You make your study time a priority. The second thing is this. You should also be willing to study anywhere at any time. If you run through your day, you'll be amazed at how much wasted time there is. Waiting between classes, waiting for supper, waiting in a doctor's office. That adds up to many, many hours. If you can take advantage of them through the day, you wouldn't even have to study at the end of the year when it comes time for your exams, because you will be all studied up. One of the best things you can use are flashcards. Another possibility is to photocopy pages from your textbook. You don't want to carry a huge textbook around with you, but you can reduce it down and carry a couple of pages with you, and you have 10 minutes here, 15 minutes there. Take that page out and interact with it. Here's another strategy that I have found to be so valuable. Open up your textbook and turn every single thing that is a fact that you want to remember into a question, and then give the answer, but pause for yourself to wait. Now listen to your voice asking a question, the pause for you to give the answer, then you hear the answer. Do you realize that in a 20-minute drive to school, you do that 5 days a week, you've got like 100 minutes of studying done, reviewing all of this material as you're driving. You can go for a walk and listen to it in your MP3 player. You can be studying, taking advantage of these wasted times. The third thing you need to know is get organized. Now, memory systems will help you organize your brain. But also on getting organized, this is very important. It is good to have a binder for every course you go to. You have the 3-ring binder, and in that binder you've got the notes that you're given, you've got little places where you can stick handouts the teachers have given, and you need one binder for every course. Well, what you can do is carry one binder from course to course, and then in the evening take the stuff out of the binder and put it into the binder for the particular course. In other words, you're only going to carry one with you, but you will have the individual ones at home. It is absolutely the best way to be organized. The fourth thing is learn how to read. When you come to a textbook, what you should do is look at the very first, the title of the chapter, and say, this is what they want me to learn. Now go and read the last paragraph, how it ends, and you'll find the answer, usually the summary of what they taught you in that chapter. So read the ending and then go through and read all the headings, all the subheadings, and maybe even the first sentence of every paragraph. And what you've got is the big picture. When you've got the big picture, all the little stuff will fall into place. Then read slowly through all the different paragraphs and recite back what you have learned. Can you say it back? Then write notes in summary of what you've learned. Number 5 is schedule your time. You need to plan a wise use of your time. I used to use a very expensive day timer, and then I found that a simple little pad like this. And what I do is I take this book, and I will, at the beginning, I will write down things to do during the week. and I'll ponder through my week. What do I need to get done? I'll write it down, and I've got my week in front of me all the time, and I'll carry this book with me pretty much everywhere I go. And I'll go back and see how the week was. This is my plan for the week, and I found that something like this works very, very well for me. Number 6 is listen in class and take good notes. Get a good night's sleep so you're alert in class. Have a good breakfast. These things will help you make the best use of class time. How do I pay attention so that I'm not going to be distracted and not break that line of communication? And the answer is take good notes. Taking these notes, turning them into questions at the side, then covering up the notes and reviewing those questions. It is a powerful, powerful way to keep your mind always there whenever you're going over your notes. The 7th point is very simple. Hand in neat work. If the work is neat, the mark goes up. And number 8 is also very simple. Ask. If you don't know something, ask. And number 9 is help other people. If somebody comes to you and says, can you help me understand this? When you explain it, you will understand it a lot better yourself. Number 10 is anticipate exam questions. Let me ask you this. Who has all the answers to the test? You're probably going to say the teacher. Well, so do you. Because if the teacher is working from a textbook and notes they've given and the lecture they've given in class, etc., you have the same material, you have all the questions that are there. It is to your advantage to start thinking from the text, from the notes you've given, what kind of questions could they ask? What essay questions could they ask? In the actual course that I'll be giving, you will learn how to memorize a whole page of notes so that you can anticipate what kind of essay questions and have them all, several essays in your head, ready to recite right back. The 11th point is this. Do more than you're asked. Top students actually ended up putting in less work than other students. Why? Because they studied smarter, not harder. And you will be doing the extra, but the extra will be helping you to really get the material. Number 12 is interesting. It's this. Use what you learn. See, contemplate. Just take some time to think about it. Let it sort of go around in your head. Think about what you've just been learning. And A, can you analyze it and actually give the flow of thought of how everything works? M, what do I specifically need to apply and memorize? What are the facts? And E, can I explain it? Can I actually say, oh, here's what I just learned? You do need to explain it. R, can I relate it to stuff that I already know? And A, can I apply it in my life? Well, these are the 12 things that I really wish as a teacher that my students would know. I believe if you took these 12 things and made them yours, you will find that your marks will start to get better all the time.